Man, look at all these dividends I'm getting every month.
We are YouTube's dividend investing channel.
In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my dividend income.
Sick dividends.
There are many YouTubers out there that advertise dividend investing as the most effective strategy, but does this approach actually beat the market? In order to get an accurate representation, we are going to use the S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats, which is a group of solid dividend growth stocks in the S&P 500. Some big names in here that you might recognize are 3M, AbbVie, Pepsi, and AT&T. When we take these dividend aristocrats and compare them to the S&P 500, we could see that the dividend aristocrats have outperformed the S&P 500 in the long run. Keep in mind that this chart does not even include the dividend payouts. Now, there are many reasons why dividend aristocrats outperform non-dividend stocks in the long run. First of all, in order for companies to be able to pay dividends, they first need to have earnings to achieve that cash. Therefore, they tend to be more stable companies. Another possible reason for the outperformance of dividend stocks is the fact that dividends can support stocks in a stock market crash, as even when a stock goes lower, the dividend most of the time will stay the same, therefore yielding a higher dividend yield percentage when the stock price goes lower. This gives investors incentive to purchase dividend stocks when they are at a low price because the yield is higher. There is a chance that the dividend will be cut, but many companies such as AT&T keep their dividend up through a recession in order to have a strong history of dividends. The last reasons for dividend stocks outperforming the market is the fact that dividends impose discipline with earnings. In fact, Charlie Munger once said that if him and Warren Buffett both die, all the Berkshire Hathaway earnings should be paid out as a dividend so that the management cannot mess up with what they can't control. This is exactly true because if cash is being paid out as a dividend, it can no longer be wasted on something useless. However, payout ratios are also something to consider too, as lower payout ratios mean that a company is paying out a lower percentage of their earnings and is not just wasting it all in dividends. If we take a look at S&P 500 companies performing based off of payout ratio, we could see that the best performing dividend stocks are the ones that have a low payout ratio. It can be narrowed down to a high yield and low payout ratio, but essentially you could see that the only line here that is under the S&P 500 is the low dividend yield, high payout ratio line. So if you're going to get into dividend investing, definitely keep in mind to stay away from these kind of companies, because usually companies with low dividend yields and high payout ratios are companies with poor earnings and poor growth. Let me know what you guys think about dividend investing and whether or not you would avoid it or if you're doing it right now. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, like, and comment. And as always, until next time, thank you guys for watching.